Hello viewer, welcome to Nexa Fashion, and today we shall be making a cowl bubu with 3 yards of vintage fabric, or you can call it pattern crepe. So I started with drawing a line for my starting point at the top. Okay, the 3 yards is folded into 4, and this side I am standing at is on fold. This is the side on fold. Okay, so I'm starting by taking my neck measurement. I'll be taking it at 3.5 wide. Yeah, the wideness will be 3.5. It's a cut together, so I'll be cutting the back and the front piece, neckline together. So I'll be coming down by, I came down for the front piece at about 4.5, but I changed my mind later. So at the back, I was coming down by 2 inches. Yeah, I came down by 2 inches, and that is what I was trying to mark rather. And then I decided to come down by about 6 inches. I think it was 5.5 or 6 inches or so. So I'll be connecting that to the width, because the front is going to be a V neckline and the back is just round. So I did that, and so I'll be determining where my cowl effect is going to start from, and I wanted it to be around my knee, or yeah, around that area. So I came down by 36 inches. So I was trying to, get the 36 inches all across the fabric, like you see me drawing. Yeah, I was trying to mark it. Sorry, the chalk is not really coming out, but once I cut it, you'll see what I did in that area. So here I'm trying to get the opening of my sleeves. I came down by 9, was it 9 inches? Yes, you can do 9, 10, 11, depending on how wide you want the opening of the sleeve to be. I came down by 9 inches, then I came in by just 2 inches. That 2 inches will be what I'll be using to fold the sleeve. Okay, so I came back to this area. Okay, and then I was trying to determine how wide I want the dress, the bubu, to be at the knee area, okay, to the hem of the dress. So I think I marked 15 inches. You can do more than that. I don't want the down part to be very wide because I want the effect of the cowl to be very visible. So I just marked 15 inches, and it is the 15 inches that I'll be connecting right from the sleeve with a curve, like you see me demonstrating. All right, so this is what I was trying to do. So from the part where I came down for the sleeves, I'll be using my chalk to connect to that 15 inches down there at the knee area. Yeah, so it's just a freehand something. It's not like there is a pattern for this. Okay, you will just make a curve from that sleeve area down to the 15 inches at the knee level, or at the knee area. Okay, so when you are sure you get your perfect curve, then you take that 15 inches down to the full length of your dress, like I am trying to mark there. Okay, so you mark 15 inches from the knee. You just take it straight down. If you multiply 15 by 4, it's going to give you enough space for your leg to walk. Okay, it's not going to be tight at the leg area, though the gown is not going to have slits at the sides, but it's going to be enough for you to walk around. Okay, so when you take that, you mark the 15 inches down to the full length, like I just did. And then I was trying to measure the full length of my dress, because this fabric is actually 60 inches in length, and that is longer, like taller than me. So I was going to cut it at, I think I cut it at 58, so that I'll have 2 inches for fold, because my full length is 56 or 57 or thereabouts. Okay, so you mark your full length and then you start cutting, and that is what I was trying to do. I cut the full length first, and then I started by going for that 15 inches. All right, like I said, if you are bigger, you can actually do more than 15 so that you have free space to walk around in the dress. All right, so I have a Cowl Bubu tutorial on my page. You can check it out on one of my playlists. Yeah, you can check it out, where I used only 2.5, like 2.5 yards. Yes, in that tutorial I used 2.5 yards, so you can see how it looks like, so that you compare it with this one where I'm using 3 yards. All right, you'll see that the cowl effect is more on this one than on the other one. Okay, so I was trying to cut out the neck, sorry, the allowance I left on the shoulder. All right, so here you cut out the neck. You start by cutting the back neckline first, then you take in the back piece like you see me doing, and then you cut out the V neckline for the front. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I was done cutting the fabric. That is all. Like, cutting Cowl Bubu is very straightforward, very simple. Without any pattern you can do this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now we'll go to the stitching part of the video. Just stay around and see how I'll be stitching this together. Okay, so this is the front and the back piece together. I was trying to just display how it looks like, even though it will not be very visible. So I have straps here. I created straps here. And if you want to learn how to make straps, check this video I did on circle dress with an open back. I explained it in details. So I did 4 straps longer than the sleeves of this very Cowl Bubu dress. Long. I just measured the length of your sleeve, and then you add about maybe 10 inches. So I'll be working on the neck area. I'm not going to be using cotton bias to turn it. I'll be using the fabric on its own, okay, to turn the neckline. So just watch how I do it. There are so many methods of doing this, but just watch how I do mine. I'll place this on a piece of fabric, and then I'll hold it with pins, right sides facing right sides, like the fabric and the piece of cloth is going to be facing the right sides of each other. Hold it with pins like that, okay, and then I will be cutting the top part, but I'll be leaving allowances because by the time I turn it inwards, I want to have enough space so that everything will be in place and it will lap perfectly. I won't be having any shortage. Okay, and I'll be doing the same thing for the back piece. Place it on another fabric and then you stitch it round. So this is it when I was done stitching. So you cut out the V at the V area. You cut it out like you see me cutting like this. Okay, you cut it out, and after you're cutting it, you're done cutting it out, then you flip it to the other side, and then you determine the wideness of the piece of cloth that you'll be using to turn the neck. I think I was marking 3 inches, but you can do wider than that. Okay, so you mark it like that, then I was using a pen because I'll be actually weaving it, so the pen will not be visible later. Okay, I just wanted it to be equal on both sides. That was why I was marking it, because my chalk doesn't really show on this vintage fabric. It's very hard to, you know, for you to draw on this vintage fabric. So you now slit this middle of the V, cut it, but don't cut on your fabric, and then you create notches all round the neck area. You create notches like you see me doing. Okay, so after you create the notches, you are going to flip it to the other side, and then you make top stitches Okay, so you flip it to the other side like so, like I'm demonstrating. Okay, so you take it to the other side like this, and then you go over to your sewing machine. You start from the V area, then you stitch it up to the neck. Okay, you do the same thing for the other side. You stitch on the side of the piece of cloth. Please don't stitch on your main fabric, stitch on the other side. All right, so I was done. You do the same thing for the back piece as well, for the back neck. Okay, so I was done with it. So you open it up like this. I went ahead to what do you call it, I went ahead to weave around. I weaved every area, like every part of the dress, including this piece of cloth I put on the neckline. You weave it, and this is how it looks. Then you go over to your ironing machine, sorry, your iron table. Then you iron it out flat. Make sure everything is aligning. So I'll be joining the front. I've joined the other side, but see how I do it. You sandwich the front part, the front piece, into the back piece at the shoulder area. Okay, you place the front piece into the back piece at the shoulder area. Then you join them together. You can use a pin to hold it. Make sure the stitches are facing each other. Okay, so when you place it like that, then you join it. I'll be leaving about 0.75 inch because I'll be using that to create channels for the strap, like that strap that I created earlier that I showed you. Okay, so this is when I was done with the stitches. I was opening it up for you to see. This is how it looks. Very clean, very neat. Okay, you use your iron, you iron it out, you press it down very well. All right, so I'll be working on the sleeve, on the sleeve opening. So this part, you have to be very careful, like you have to watch this area very carefully. So you fold it with about, yeah, just fold it with however 1 inch or less than that. You fold it, and in the middle part, you don't stitch on the part. Okay, you leave a little allowance at the middle area where our strap is going to pass through. Okay, so you leave that place open. You just stitch on the sides. So this was when I was done with the stitches on the sides. If you notice, you see that the midpoint is open, the middle is open. Okay, that will enable us to have our straps. So you come to the neck area, determine where you want your strap to start passing through. For me, I came down from the neck 4 inches. Yeah, I came down by 4 inches, and then I cut. Okay, use your scissors to cut, but don't cut your stitches. Just give it a cut that it will be able, you'll be able to lay it flat like this. So you lay it flat, use your iron, and then after you've ironed, look at what I'll be where I'll be showing you where you will stitch from that place that your stitches started. You now stitch up to that slit or that cut. Okay, I hope you understand that. After you are done with the stitches, you must have created a channel or a space where you can pass this through. Okay, so for this for the opening, this is how you're going to open where the strap is going to pass through on this side. From both sides, since the straps are going to be two, from both sides, from the front side, you give it a little cut, just a little notch, enough for your strap to pass, just little. Okay, you do it on the front side, and you do the same thing on the right side. Okay, I mean on the back side, like the front piece and the back piece. Then you repeat the same thing for the other side of the sleeve. All right, then you get a small um what do you call it, a small safety pin, and then you use it to pass the strap inside the loop that you have created, or the channel that we have created. Okay, so you carefully do that, but don't drag too much so that the end of the strap doesn't, go inside. All right, so I'll just be demonstrating how to do one of it, and then you can complete the rest. You can do the other side of the sleeve and the other side of this part as well. All right, so this is one that we have fixed. So you go ahead and fix the other one, and then you hold it at that area where my hand is, with back and forth stitches, and we are done with that. All right, so this is how the sleeve looks. You can rock it straight like this, and you can also drag it. So I went ahead to just stitch the dress at the sides, okay, to join the front and the back together, and then I went ahead to fold the hem like that. Okay, so our dress is ready. All you need to do now is to, determine how you want to rock the sleeve. You can ruffle it like this or smoke it like this. See how it looks very beautiful, or you can leave it straight. So however you want to rock the sleeve, you are welcome. It's all going to look very beautiful. All right, so you can also fold it like this. Just stylishly do this. All right, so this is how it looks like on me when I was done sewing the dress. Yep, it was in the night, and the whole thing is not very clear, but I hope you are able to learn something from this video. So thank you for coming so far to this point. If you found value in this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell. Bye.